Hey, this is a video for the Fearless Audio S8 Freedom. So that would be the S8F, and 7-8 seconds in, I wreck it. I'm putting a green check mark next to this. It's my favorite of the Fearless series so far, and it was surprising in a way. The music is what this is all about. So to be very specific, if anybody wants to know what I'm talking about when I talk about bass, something like Tupac is obvious, but this is a track by a group called the Violent Femmes. And the track name is Please Do Not Go. And it starts out with the jun, 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 jun. And then it's got a bass line. Dun, 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 dun. The bass strings are, it seems like it's quite loose the way that it's tuned, because the resonance and the length of time that the notes exist is a split second longer than usual, which would lead me to believe that the bassist loosened his strings. And on good gear, I can catch that good, and on this particular set, it sounds absolutely fantastic. So this is a good reference for bass. If you don't know this song, get onto YouTube. Please Do Not Go. Play it in. When you get about, I don't know, 10 seconds in, you'll start to hear the bassist come in. It starts out with a strumming of the guitar, and the bassist starts coming in. And he is at least as forward as the vocalist, whereas you might think the vocalist is, front and center, and then the instruments are back. The guitarist strumming is right up front, and then right next to him is the bassist, and the vocalist is with them, but not in front of them in any situation. It doesn't matter if the mids are forward or back. It's just the way that it's recorded. The instruments are very if you listen to the song and you listen maybe to this album, you'll kind of get what I'm talking about. The vocalist is not he's a team member, and the bassist is an equal member of the team as the guitarist is, and you can hear it on a track like this. I'm going to back out of this and go to the first song that struck me. And this is Gordon Lightfoot, as I've talked to you guys about him before. These are not, when I opened these up and I looked at it, the shell of the S10 is just nuts. It's like some kind of imported Italian marble. It's beautiful. When I put them in my ears and I listened to them, there was a weird feeling of not matching what I was expecting to happen. And I put them down and put these in very quickly. Switched the tips to the large size so I get a good seal, because I was wondering what was up. And this quickly turned out to be, with the help of this song, the detail retrieval, and Gordon not sounding too far up on me, but sounded so clean and good, and the guitar sounded great, and there's a there's that, the whole, this is like a story, this song. Who gets burned in a three-way script? Enter. No. I'm trying to remember the lyrics of the song. I don't know where we went wrong, but the feeling's gone, and I just can't get it back. This is dope. If you're not familiar with Gordon Lightfoot, and you're not really into this kind of music, give it a listen anyway, man. Just, I hate when people wreck me music, because music is a personal thing, but if you guys want to know what I'm coming to my conclusions on, it's like this. It's like Violent Femmes. It's like this particular track right here. So if you want to get a reference point and you feel like this stuff's kind of vague when people talk about heights and depths, this song right here that you're looking at in the video, that I'm looking through a camera screen at, sounds absolutely dope on this. And the Violent Femmes sounded absolutely dope as well. And again, out of all of the Fearless, you might like Green, but can you hear him? I thought that the Tiger Stripe one was my favorite, but the marble one of the S10, there's something up with the S10. I don't know what it is, and I'm going to graph it, but there's something different about that. Whereas this sounds harmonesque, and the S6 and S5 are kind of going that route. Even the S4. The S10 sounds like they're going another way, and I know that there's like a turbo tuning and stuff, so I don't know what's up with that. But this thing is because it's got more BAs, I can't look at see that right there? Because they got the BAs on top of each other. Let me go ahead and do something that's practical for maybe some people. if you're wondering about the size about this, which is legit, we go ahead and grab the DM6 and try to get them into the same position. It's a little bigger, but not really. And in another angle, this is actually bigger if you look at it. So if you're thinking that looks kind of big, yeah, not really. From this angle, because of the way they configured the BAs, it's not. The DM6 is actually bigger. And if you roll it back this way, because of the BA configuration, the 8 is a little bigger, but really not much. Try to give you guys all the angles so you can stop and take a look at yourself. The bore on this is triple bore, and the bore on the DM6 is see if I can get this off with one finger, is single, but the tubes are coming together slightly down into the tube, and then it's coming out the tube. So it's just a different design of the stem. This has a lip on it, though stuff comes off easily. This doesn't have a lip. I don't have an issue with stuff coming off in my ears. I don't really know why. If I put this set of tip on, I hope you can't hear that really good. If I put this set on and push it down the bottom, so basically the bore is flush with the edge of the tip. That's how I do my stuff, always. That's how it works. Let me go ahead and get this back in. Dance the Night Away. I put this on because I was wanting to get that. I wanted to get the prototypical rock track from the 70s. I think this is 70s. This album, 77 maybe. Rough guesstimate. Not sure. I'm embarrassed slightly that I don't know what year this was released, but it's a Japanese vinyl rip that I got right there. I'm showing off my library because I got a dope library. Thank you to the dude out there that hooked me up with some stuff, man. Thank you very much. I'm going to put that on my device and show it off. Can you hear that? You can't possibly hear how good it sounds, but it sounds absolutely dope. Let me turn it down a little bit. I want to address something also really quick while I'm talking about this. These are my favorite of the Fearless, without question. I think these are absolutely fantastic. And the S10 is more expensive and it doesn't sound as good as this. I don't think the S10 sounds as good as the S6. So my theory that more BAs don't equal better sound is slightly correct. This is more BA too, and I like it better than the S6. But the S10 is not even as good as the S6 in my opinion. And you guys want like a piece of paper where I write it down, and I'm gonna do that. But I wanted to get this out because people are actually waiting. So I do rec this. I think it's the best of the series that I've touched so far, and I'm gonna do like a piece of paper. I'm gonna write down each one and which one I think I like better, and then I'll go to my DAP and I'll use the song and say that, you know, in this situation that I think the S6 sounds kind of like this. They're going to be vague, subtle differences. That there's not a big jump, except the S10, and by the time that video comes out, I'll have figured it out. I haven't had time to look at the graph yet. So there's mention in the forums that are online about hype and the profit of hype, and it's legit. So I'm going to take 1 minute of this video to address that. People that have questions about people that do reviews and get free stuff, and that's legitimate. You guys are spending your cash on gear that you have never heard and are trusting people that you've never met. That's a walk right there. And I was the guy that used to say, you know, what's up, man? I'm supposed to trust you, and you're getting this stuff for free, and if you don't say it's not good, maybe you don't get stuff in the future. I don't have that set up, and I made sure that I didn't because I don't want that. Same with the affiliate links. I don't do it because that's taking this free item and then making more profit off of the free item. I'm happy to have this. I don't need to have a link that gives me a little money if you guys click it or not. I direct you towards the people that provide this to me, but I don't get any benefit beyond that. So let me be very clear about that. I didn't like when other people did that, and I would be a hypocrite to do it when I'm in the position to do it. And I said in a comment, there's a phrase called, is that the hill you want to die on? Like, is the battle that you're fighting, whatever it is, really worth going down? And when the affiliate link topic came up, I thought that, because somebody could say, hey man, you're getting stuff for free and then you're getting money off of the free stuff. Forgive me for not being a little stunned at the whole thing. And that was my brain. And when today and the topic came up, I thought, I am a smart dude. I knew when that came up to don't touch it. Leave it alone. Be happy that I got... Look at the fucking thing. I'm actually becoming fond of green. I looked at this before and thought this has got to be the least beautiful of the ones that I've tried. Remember, you can customize these any way you want. But I'm falling in love with them, like a Matrix thing or something. They're just absolutely beautiful. The sound is stunning. Let me get back to the music. Now, the vocalist on this track sounds like he's a little back, but that's a little bit confusing because this is a group in the true sense of it, that they're all kind of equal, and they usually are in almost all of the tracks. He's not mouth on mic and the guys are like in the background. They're always like lined up. I know, and I've seen them, so I know that how they even perform live. So that's hard to tell. This is a whole lot of Rosie. I like this song by AC/DC because it's really fast. There's constant stuff going on. There's a lot of energy and up in the high register. There's hi-hats. There's cymbals. There's the Young brothers. Angus Young is just going wicked nuts on his guitar and hitting some really high notes. The whole song is a chaotic explosion. Want to tell you a story about a woman I know. Ain't exactly pretty. You could say she's got it all. Just you could walk into a rock pub in Australia or England or America, and this might be playing like today. This is just such a classic, nuts, beers for everybody type of song. But there's so much going on that stuff can mask other stuff because of the quality of the transducer or the drivers. And I really didn't think that it sounded good on a lot of the stuff that I reviewed early in the Chi-Fi journey, like in the $50 range. Does price make a difference? I think the stuff up in the $200 and above is getting in the range where it's competing with names that you've heard for years, like boutique stuff. I'll do a direct comparison, but I'm not lacking for anything with this set. And that's another song. So we've got Gordon Lightfoot, If You Could Read My Mind. We've got The Violent Femmes. We've got Please Do Not Go. We got Whole Lot of Rosie by AC/DC. Can't find my way home. I always talk about that song, but anyway, I listened to that one. This was inspired by a commenter's name, like Seeger. And I was thinking, man, I don't have that. And my mother had this album, Live Bullet. This is Turn the Page. All alone time with Eastern Omaha. This is powerful. If you grew up and your mother had this album, you know this jam. And if you don't have it on your portable device, go get it, man. It sounds dope on the good gear. This is another song. This is kind of rock and roll, I guess I'm doing. I'm not really doing hip hop or anything. So I haven't. My base evaluation on this set would be with Please Do Not Go by Violent Femmes, which you might think is not good enough. Yeah, go listen to the song. It's good enough. If you up that by a couple dB, why would you? That's a basis that's right up front with the singer. It sounds absolutely fantastic. I'm 14 minutes in. There's going to be multiple videos done about the Fearless series because I'm going to line them up and compare them all and rank them. And I can tell you already that it's not going to be the most BAs is the best, because 8 is not the best. And the other 10 is definitely not as good as this. What's wrong with the 10? That'll be for the 10 video. This has a ton of OCD details that I'm not looking for This is important, so I'm going to close with this. I have OCD. Everybody knows it, and it's a good and a bad thing. If I'm looking for sonic cues and things, it's because I'm probably not hearing them and I'm trying to catch them. When they're delivered to me, like right away, my brain doesn't start looking. It hears it and it feels satisfied and it enjoys the music. It rubs the, the oil or it gets the fucking whip, or it sounds like something from Silence of the Lambs. When my brain gets the details right away, it doesn't search for them. Does that make any sense? That must sound crazy. I don't need to get OCD when stuff is there. It's when it's not there and I'm trying to find it that I have problems, and I start listening to pieces of songs, or I start telling you about a piece of a song, like the left channel beep on my guitar. That's when I'm trying to find stuff. And then sometimes it's just put right on my lap. That's what this does. Let me share a moment with you. That was my stomach growling. When I played this track, when I was listening to this, I was listening to the S10 first. And that was kind of my plan. I was going to go with that one. And then I suddenly thought, something's wrong. I'll take care of that later. Let me try the 8s real quick. And then boom. And within, about 30 seconds, then I went back on the song because it started with the S10. I unplugged it. I put the S8. And I'm 30 seconds in roughly. And then I went back to the beginning. I'm listening to it. And I got a Sony mic because somebody said my live stream sucks. Sorry, man, you're right. It sucks. So I'm trying to get a mic to work on the iPad. And so it's not connected, but it's a full Sony mic, like rock and roll singer mic. I don't know why I got that. But anyway, I got it. And it's unplugged. And I got these in my ear. And I'm singing. And somebody actually came because I'm at a school, and opened the door because they were delivering a package, and they came all the way up, and they come in, and I'm standing up, and I'm singing this song, and I'm looking that way, and look to my left, and there's a guy with a package, and I was annoyed that he came this far in, but Japanese, delivery people do that, and and my neighbors are out back, and I got my window open, and I got lost for a minute, like where I'm at, and it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and my window's open and the door's unlocked, and like this, it's not the moment to like lose yourself, but I got lost anyway. And then I'm looking at the delivery guy, and he's looking at me, and karaoke is big in Japan, so he was it wasn't a big deal, but in my brain I'm thinking there's another little notch in that dude's crazy thing, wherever they collect the crazy collection of me, because that's a big one. That would be, well, I once delivered a package and I walked up and he's just standing there singing, looking at nothing, because I'm basically kind of looking at the air conditioner, and I'm singing. And I don't have a good voice. And these are like the monitors in my ear, so I don't hear anything except for Gordon Lightfoot. And I'm singing with him. Because when the lyrics are going, I can kind of follow it, because I know the song, I just can't pull them off my head right now. Can't beat it. I don't know where we went. Same thing, but I just can't get it back. I got into it. I know the lyrics in my head. It's not like NWA where I can say, there was a bitch named Renata and shot her straight to the motherfucking trigger, and I got her. But I had better plans to give her the blues, like dumping her in the river with cement shoes. I knew my money was coming up short, but the fool and the stupid bitch thought they'd never get caught. Came home early and straight. Bust that ass on the couch with the other nigga, count my cash. I should have known she was like the mother hose. I told those 2 motherfuckers to take off their clothes. Butt naked, nothing left but the shoes. I had up the 9 so they couldn't refuse. I shot the nigga, he was out of there. Tied up the bitch to the motherfucking chair. Now there's one less bitch I gotta worry about. She's out of here, and that's how it turns out. One less bitch you gotta worry about. So there's songs that I know, and there's others that I know, but they gotta be, like, the music's gotta play. That rap, like, for example, I know it in my head. I just missed a couple songs. I know part of this song, and I was fucking it up, but I was standing up, looking at the wall with the mic in my hand, and I was just fucking bouncing around. Postal guys on my left, windows open behind me, don't give a fuck. Most fucked up reviews on the internet. That's like my way of saying these are dope. without saying that these are dope. I just told you a story because that's how dope these are. So I'll let you go because this is 20 minutes deep. These are my favorite. These are very, very nice. Do I rec these? I rec them highly. And questions about stuff are welcome. The personal attacks are never welcome because I've seen how that destroys other channels, or it turns it into a place where it's welcome to, nah, I ain't doing that. But questions are legit, man. You guys are spending money. You guys are considering spending hundreds of dollars. You pay for the right to ask questions, or your interest in an item gives you the right to ask whatever the fuck you want. I don't take it personal, and when I start to take it personal, I need to get the fuck out the hobby. You know what I'm saying? So that dancing, fucking singing story was true, and I did it today. And that's about the best rec I can possibly give any IM. The Empire Years did that to me. Like, get up and just fucking groove. The Mojo with the EX1000s do that to me. Get up and fucking groove. And now the Fearless S8 Freedom. I was going to put Philadelphia Freedom by Elton John on here because I was thinking the Freedom, but it wasn't what happened. And I'm out.